Okay, officially. Good morning. Welcome to the Options Income Launchpad Monday Market Kickoff. My name is Scott. I will be your host. Apologies for the late kickoff. I started the wrong meeting. I'm sitting there waiting, wondering where everybody was, and it turned out it was me. So, here we are. What are we going to do? First, let's talk about the disclaimers. Remind you that what we do is for education and illustrative purposes only. Nothing we do or say should be considered or construed as a recommendation to buy or sell any security or financial product. We're not brokers. We're not advisors. Decisions made should be done at your own risk. Yada, yada. What are we going to do today? Sandy just surprised me with the old cyclical chart. That's always worth a discussion as we kick into October mode. But today we'll talk about the opening futures and news. Looking pretty good on the open. Futures are up this morning on all indices. We'll take a quick peek at that. We'll look at the economic calendar, what our posture turned out for. What does it mean for open trades? What does it mean for opening new trades, of course, for bullish as we are? We definitely want to look to get new trades on. And so, certainly that's a consideration. We'll go through the opportunity list and we'll take a look at this week's trading plan section. This week we are looking at routines. So, let's get into it. I'm going to actually start with that. Maybe. I guess I have to download it now. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, I guess I didn't have to download it. Hold on a second. Cyclical. Where are we now? We are right around there. What tends to happen? We tend to see one last dip, potentially, and then we tend to see a nice, strong bull run, right? That's pretty common. So what do we get towards the end of the year? We get this. Oh gosh, my lines are horrible. If we can follow the cyclical, how many years make up this chart? This is either 20, this is 20 years. This is 20 years. I've seen 25, I've seen 30. They're pretty close. When you look at the seasonality, this is the foundation behind sell in May and go away. If you've ever heard that statement, you can kind of see what happens here at the start of May. We have a nice run, February, March, April, a little sideways. I mean, that's not exactly what we see now, right? But it is, it's similar. We've seen similar, and we're looking for the possibility of that fall bull run. Ideally, that fall bull run. That's definitely something that is useful when it comes to trading. Okay. Okay. Everything's running a little slowly here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. What do we have going on future-wise? S&P is up 0.53, Dow 0.44, NASDAQ 0.66, Russell 0.61. 0.61. So across the board, we have a good amount of strength, right? Let's just scan the news. Trump to host top Democrats in last-ditch effort to avert showdown. That's helpful. We would prefer not to have a shutdown. Obviously, that type of uncertainty is, never something that the market likes to see. We've got a little bit of, I don't know if they would call it infighting necessarily yet, but there's definitely dissent in the Fed. Scanning through here, not really much else being announced today. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. And you can see we have some Fed speak today, pending home sales, but not much else. There's really not much there. Okay, let's keep going through. What else do we have coming out this week? Job openings tomorrow. ADP employment on Wednesday. Jobless claims on Thursday. Non-farm payrolls on Friday. So after today, it's basically labor data coming out. Labor data coming out. You can see here's what it's looking like. The S&P at this point. Now it's early, but it looks like we're having a turn signal here. And it's starting to turn up, which gives us the appearance of a bounce on the S&P. That's quite strong. That's exactly what we were hoping for. If you missed yesterday, our posture actually improved. Right? Our posture actually improved by 1/4 point. Long term stayed the same. Short term stayed the same. Volume stayed the same. Major market stayed the same. Sector rotation stayed the same. The VIX with a lower high improved by 1/4 point. That gives us a 5.5 solid score at 5.5. That's about. I mean, certainly we've seen better, but it's a good score. We don't want to underestimate that. Questions about the posture? Let me know. Let's pop in. And let's start visiting our watch list to see where there may be opportunities that we like. Apple we had on the list, but we said is still waiting, still in setup mode. So not there yet. Not there just yet. Okay, let's keep going. Archer Daniels, we did not put on the list anymore. It's kind of in that spot where it's really not doing much now. Amazon for me, not on the list. A little bit too far into consolidation mode. ANET. And that's one that I said you could have kept it all, could have kept some of it. This is one that I did pair a little bit, but kept some. So looking to see if that's going to now move back into. Now this is the last. If you did hold, if you kept some, if you held, this has to go, right? We don't have unlimited time for these things to work themselves out, but it definitely seems like it is now kicking back into the trajectory. Okay, let's see what happens with that. APH could be turning into a flag confirmation. Good morning, Stephen D. AVGO, I told you I was not convinced about this, but this one does look like it's trying to turn into a signal. I'm a little bit leery now about what I think the upside potential for this one is. It is a setup, though. We do have to acknowledge that. Okay, let's keep going. Financials. AXP looks like it's trying to turn. BAC looks like it's trying to start into the next move. You can see a little bit of a cross. If this is what it looks like at the end of the day, I think you may have something. So this could be interesting for us. Citigroup, same thing. It could be financials today that gives us a new trade. Caterpillar, close, maybe not quite there, but close. Yeah, this one looks like it's in the consolidation. Stochastics coming down. What are we waiting for? We're just waiting to see when is it going to turn and give us that turn. So far, financials are definitely setting up. CCJ is not on the list. CLS could be trying to come out of this. I think you're going to have some decisions to make today. Yeah. Capital One. Capital One is turning. I don't love that red candle already there. Your stochastics has turned up. Your stochastics has turned up. Your candle, however, not in phenomenal shape there for me. Coinbase, I told you Coinbase might be trying to turn into one. That's actually looking viable. Cisco is one that I have completely closed, but if you're still in a little bit of Cisco, you definitely want to be thinking about what are you going to do with that? Okay, let's keep looking. Delta. Delta's a no for me. Delta's in consolidation. Right? Delta's in consolidation. DoorDash. DoorDash is trying to turn. There's your consolidation. There's price turning out. There's your stochastics making the sign. As I said, there's definitely going to be some decisions to be made if it continues to look like this. How's everybody feeling? It's quiet out there. Are you looking for trades today? Here's the Dow. It's not holding on to the initial momentum. We're 8 minutes in, so we do want to make sure that we see some consistency. But certainly on the open, it is showing us something, favorable. Feeling hopeful. Love it. All right, let's keep looking. My mouse will work. Let's go DocuSign. DocuSign's close. Had a nice strong move up. New resistance. Here's the consolidation. Higher low. I would say 1, maybe 2 days, something like this develops. That will turn here. That will give us what we're looking for in that regard. Okay. EA. Gone private. Too late. Nothing we can do with that. EXPE. So I said that this was actually, I would consider that a viable signal on Friday. The problem with that signal was it was it was so large of the entry that it created a little bit of a hard time. So I actually think if this hiccups, meaning if it does something like this, and then all of a sudden turns back, and you're like, wait, now I can catch this thing here, then I think that there's actually a pretty strong opportunity in there. Okay. Baba. Yeah, let's take a look at Baba. I haven't looked at Alibaba for a while, but I know they had something going on with AI that made them kind of attractive. See, it's kind of like it's definitely bullish. I mean, it's been moving bullishly. I don't know that we missed. I mean, here you had a little bit of a consolidation, and then all of a sudden it just popped up. But when it popped up, it hiccuped, and then it's just gapping again. That's a difficult one, I think, right there. Right? That's a difficult one. Okay. Let's keep looking. There's going to be trades today, it seems, unless this thing falls apart during the day. You can see that already. The financials look pretty good. The industrials look like they're starting to pop into something. DocuSign is close. EXPE. Oh, yeah, we just looked at that one. Sorry. Ford. Not much there. Futu. Trying to come back. Trying to get on this trajectory. We'll see. I've given it a little bit of leeway, but I can't give it too much leeway, right? Oops. Fiber. If you traded fiber, it was a stock trade. It's still trying. We'll see what happens with that. GE. Ooh, GE looking close. This is one that, like I said, financials and industrials right now seem to be a pretty strong area for consideration. Gold is just gapped up again. I just don't know what to make of gold. Are you in it? Are you trading it? Watching it? Let me know about that one. Google. Oh, Google. Add that to the list. That's one I've been waiting for. Wasn't quite convinced. Now, if it looks like this by the end of the day, that's definitely a go signal. And we'll be looking for something like this. So now add a communication services. We've got financials with some setups. We've got industrials with some setups. Now we've got a great looking setup with Google. That's looking pretty strong. Okay. What else? Goldman. Trying. That's a maybe. Hood. Yes. Don said Hood. That looks pretty good. I would agree with that. Howmet Industrials trying to move. IBM is pulling back a little bit. Intel is pulling back a little bit. IWM looks like it could be setting up for small caps. Let's see. It's not holding on. There's a lot of that already here, right? We're 15 minutes in and you're seeing some of these red candles that are like, are those going or not quite yet? We'll see. Don't be impatient. Right? Don't be impatient. Let's keep going. Levi. I don't think it's there yet, but this is what I'm watching, right? We moved into the selling cycle here. You can see it really hasn't done much. It's just kind of sideways, but if it gives us a little more consolidation in turns, yeah, I definitely think that one looks strong. Lumentum. That's a possibility. It's a choppy entry, but this thing can move right now. Strong mover. Okay. Las Vegas Sands. Ooh. Las Vegas Sands was one that I thought might be trying to turn. Live Nation, not yet. Still setting up. We may even take a couple of these through as we go. Meta. I like Google better. Meta does not look far behind. You can see it is holding this support level. It is the other leader in the communication services space, so I do think that there's something there as well. Definitely leaning towards Google, though, in this regard. Microsoft. Ooh, Microsoft trying to make a little sneaky reversal here. Got the consolidation. We popped up out of it. Pulls back, higher low on top of the 50. Yeah, I actually think that there's something worth being considered in there. Let's see. Micron technology, it pulled back, it's starting to turn. It's a big fast mover. If you like something with heavy volatility, that could be right up your alley, actually. Netflix still kind of sideways. Northrop Grumman really took off. So that one was real flat for a while. Got a little bit of news. Maybe you got a piece of it. Nvidia's looking like it's trying to turn out of this consolidation today. So add chip stocks. We've got financial stocks. We've got some industrial. We've got a bit of communication services. And now we are adding chip stocks to the mix. So, there's a lot to consider today, it looks like. Pagaya. Not yet. Not this one. NBIS. Let's take a look. Whoops. Maybe we'll take a look. Yeah. NBIS looks pretty good. Little consolidation. Maybe trying to break out of that consolidation. PLTR on our lists. That one's still kind of a maybe, I would say. I would say that's more of a maybe. Okay, let's keep going. QQQ looks strong today. Looks like it's giving signals. So, yeah. Confirming technology. Roblox. That was a tough one. It did sort of give a turn on Friday, and it's popped today, but maybe. Reddit is moving, so nice to see that working. Rocket Lab looks like it's trying to turn. Something there. Okay, let's take a look at silver. We'll go back through and build a couple of these. Silver's way overextended. SoFi, not yet. You know I'm looking for SoFi from the financials. That's one I like. SPY holding up. Let's go through the broad markets. Let's just take a quick look at the opening ranges. So you can see here, opening range is pretty well set. What are we looking for? We're looking for it to hold. We're looking for it to possibly even bounce a little bit. Let's get to the QUs. Little bit more strength in the tech sector. So that's something worth noting for us, right? A little bit more strength there in the tech sector this morning. The small caps, a little less strength. You can see they started strong and have given it back. So we have more going into the broad market and the tech market than we do the small caps. The small caps are not really holding up. Let's go to the DIA. Yeah, same kind of a thing. Same kind of a thing. Large caps aren't really holding up, which is okay, right? We're not looking for the small caps to hold up. We're looking for the strength to hold up. We're looking for, again, I will tell you, my focus is financials. My focus is industrials. My focus is communication services and technology. What we're seeing on the broad markets is supporting that, at least right now, 25 minutes in. Okay, let's get back down to the bottom of the list and we'll go back through. Tesla kind of pushing resistance. TSM definitely setting up. Uber is Melody here. Looks anything getting expiring this week on this? Let us know as we track the covered call opportunities. Upwork. Getting close. Upwork getting close. I think Upwork would be considered communication services. Is that right? It's contracting through online. I'm actually curious. I'm going to take a quick peek at this. Analyze fundamentals. Okay, so now this is an interesting one. Someone want to guess what sector they have this listed as? Finance? No. Industrials? I don't know about that. Lee's like, is it tech? You would think it would be something along those lines, right? You would think it would be something along those lines. I would think tech or communication services. It is definitely in that vein of communication services, because what are you doing? Well, you're contracting, or I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't see it really as Philippines. Philippines. That's where it does some work. I don't really see it. I was reading it. I don't really see it as industrials, but certainly that's where they have it allocated. Interestingly. Okay. Visa is a no. Let's see how the VIX looks today. VIX is pausing. It's up a little bit relative to Friday, but overall, I would say it still looks like it's in that lower high and turning. So I would say it looks quite strong, actually. Okay, let's keep it. Other scan, ONDS. Let's take a look. And then we'll go back through. I honestly, I'm not going to make a prediction. I could see there being at least one, maybe even two alerts. We haven't had a double for a while, but it's pretty strong. If it can hold up through the morning, I think that there's a good possibility for that. ONDS. That's a strong stock for sure. You can see it. It even could be. Where's my drawing tools? There we go. Let me see. Here's what I'm thinking. Kind of like this and trying to bust out. It's a big breakout though. That's a 12% entry, which is very difficult. So be careful with that. What was the other one you mentioned, Don? NBIS. Yeah, that's a little bit more. I like that one better. Why? Because you can see that it popped up and now it's sort of in this consolidation. It could still be consolidating and then we look for a turn. Something like that. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go back. Let's look at a couple of things that might be worth trading. Obviously, starting here with Google. Is it not going to let me? Well, we'll just talk about the setup then. What would the thought process be here? What would the thought process be? I'm going to take this drawing. You can see how frequently this is what we're looking for. So my thought is, let's go for that now. Which puts us up around 267. That's about 17 points of movement. If I worked for a bank as a trader there, would it be a conflict to teach here? That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I don't think if you're teaching, if you're recommending, maybe. 267. Now, my thought process here is I don't think I need to go all the way down to this low. That would be about a 10 point low. I actually feel like I could go here underneath these bodies around, let's say, 243. That's 7 points for 17. 2.5 to 1. Looking pretty strong. Looking pretty strong. Okay. Yeah, I would say this is a strong candidate for me for today. For an alert to come out. This is one I've traded several times recently. Heiken actually gives us a good perspective. I think that looks pretty strong, pretty reasonable. What else do we have? No. You can see even now there's a little bit of ebb and flow. The financials have pulled back a little bit. They were looking strong, but they've pulled back a little bit. Whereas Caterpillar definitely is still showing some heavy strength here, right? Definitely showing some heavy strength. Okay, what else? CCJ. What were the other ones we said? DocuSign? Not yet. That's close. Hood. There you go. Ooh, Hood is definitely showing some strength today. Hood has some, maybe too much. This thing's trying to go hard and fast. GE, not quite there. So I'd say the financials have ebbed a little bit. I can just feel like we can just be patient and wait for the right signal to come there. Google's definitely a front runner. Meta's a little bit behind that. Morgan, no. Actually, I don't know. That is a little bit of a maybe. And then from there, I would say technology. NVIDIA is giving us a signal. And that could be ready for its next breakout. Palantir, almost giving us a signal. Roblox, that's a continuation one. Yeah, I would say I'm leaning towards chips and communication services right now. Chips and communication services. Okay, let's see if there's any others. What I would say is this. Definitely feels like a strong day for a trade alert. The trades that are in are moving okay. Look, it's nice to see those start a Monday on the right track. So I think we're well positioned. Posture improved slightly. We had a nice start to the Monday. What do we have coming up this week? We've got a bunch of different labor data coming out. There we go. Bob. Hey, Bob Walker's here. Good to see you. Up in Roblox. Yeah, I would imagine so. That's a nice little pop today. So that's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay. That's where we're going. That's what we're looking for today. Alerts, as usual, likely to come out later in the afternoon. Usually, I would say I'm trying for, not the last hour, but a little bit before that. So that's what I'll be looking for in that regard. Let's talk trading plans. Routines. We do a lot of our weekly routines together. Our posturing, our sector rotation identification. Sometimes we'll get our searching done. We'll do watch list cleanup together. Things like that, definitely. Daily routines. We do the daily routines together. Our before market open. What are we looking at? Checking the news, checking the futures. You should be evaluating your stock trades and seeing if there's any decisions that need to be made based on the futures and the news. Checking the watch list for trades that look like they may be set up for that day, etc. During market hours, that is your trading time. That should be focused on number one, where you have skin in the game. Number one, where you have trades that are already on. Number two, you should be thinking about trades that you're considering. That's exactly how we go through the list. Start with trades that are open, then we move into trades that we're thinking might come our way. That's really our during market hours. After market hours is all about processing. Right? Is there anything that happened that needs to then lead to exits the next day? Do we want to go through and build a new list of stocks for the next day that look reasonable? Anything along those lines, right? Anything along those lines. So the biggest thing is script it. Script it. Get your routines designed. Get them ready to go, and start looking to execute exactly that way on a daily basis. So, yeah, I feel good. No complaints. Trades come into the week with a bullish and slightly better bullish score. That's always good. We come into Monday with positive futures. That's always good. We come in and see that the trades we're in are favorable. That's always good. And we have setups developing for Monday. I mean, there's nothing more we could ask for. Nothing more we could ask for from a Monday morning than what we got today. So I'm feeling great about it. I would expect that you hear from me later today with at least one trade alert. Again, I'm leaning towards that Google trade. That's one that I've liked. David says, need to focus on the trading plan. Don't we all? Yeah, don't we all? Absolutely. Great to see you guys. Thank you. It's good to see you as well. Have a great rest of your morning. Keep your eye on your emails, your text. If I text, I'll make sure that the link works, and we'll go from there. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow morning. As always, happy trading.